Right, so we've got a couple of power here. Mox, Time Walk, and Time Twister. 4 power. So Time Walk is probably just the most powerful card. Okay, much weaker pack here. Blue Signet stands out. Brainstorm. Brainstorm's mostly good if you have some fetch lands for it. There's a fetch land. The choices are probably Signet, Brainstorm, and Tropical Island, possibly Living Death. I think I'd like to be a ramp deck. Ooh, Academy is very powerful, and it lets us build around it. We've already got one artifact, and we're probably in blue. Tamio is good. Pelican Cron can be very nice reanimation or storm cards. I'm just going to slam the Academy. Right. We have another pretty good artifact. But also a pretty nice card draw. Fencer is okay. Into the Royal, they're fairly similar. But I think we probably want one of these two. So one Power Stone goes good with any sort of ramp we have. And the Academy. Whereas Ancestral Vision is just a pretty good card. I think I'm going to take the Vision. We've got a lot of signets in this format now, which makes Power Stone not quite as good as it used to be. Alright, our blue's drying up a bit. We'll have to decide on a second colour at some point. Talisman is one of the weaker artifacts. Chani's one of the better planeswalkers. We do have a bit of white already. Oracle's good. Switch into these two. The Talisman goes to the Academy. I think I'll take the Talisman. So Splicer goes to the Academy as well. That's not very exciting. Or we can hedge towards red with the Steam Vents. I've had red to be open quite a lot, unless there's a mono red player. And this could indicate that there isn't. Blade Splice is just so unexciting. Alright, I'll take the Splicer. Ooh, Dream Holes. So Factory works with Academy a little as well, because it becomes an artifact. Daxos fits into our colours. And he's alright, I guess. Kind of draws us cards. I think I might... they're little days, I think. If we do want to go into red, Bolt's a pretty good reason to. Just very efficient removal. I guess if we're sort of an aggro deck, Time Walk gets better, giving us 2 attacks rather than just being an explorer. Well, I don't want to be aggro. So Disenchant is pretty good in this cube with all the Moxes and Manifacts. If I was going to go aggro, Students, pretty good. and Breeding Pool hedges towards green. I think I'll take the Student. It might be in a sort of aggro deck with hopefully some cheap guys and then some counter spells to keep them alive. This isn't great for us. I guess Watergrave's pretty good. The dual lands and shock lands are better than most of the other fixing just because you can get them with a fetch. So if we get either of those colours fetches, we can get both of these colours quite easily. Let's do the Watergrave. Alright. Thalia fits pretty nicely with the aggro plan. Or Scrubland would mean we have excellent black fixing. I think I'll like the Scrubland. Thalia's not very exciting. Well, I did say I wanted to be aggro. I guess I'll take that. Alright. Some more fixing. Okay. Sure, we're not going to play that though. Oh, we can still be Storm. One of the better Storm cards. Alright, what have we got here? No power this time. One of the better reanimation spells. It's got a lot of text, but basically it lets you reanimate from either graveyard, or you can flash it in to reanimate at instant speed, but then it dies at the end of turn. One of the better Titans. We do have a bit of acceleration, although if we're aggro, probably not playing the Talisman. That could be our top end. Mox is also good, especially if we're going to play Geddon. If we're going to get any Geddons, that would fit our plan pretty well. I don't want to really be such a cheap aggro deck. I prefer a bit of mid-range, which the Frost Titan fits pretty well. But Miscalculation might just be better. I'm gonna hit the Titan. So we're looking more mid-range at this stage. Now, balance is very powerful, although if I'm on a creature plan, it's not quite as good. It's better when you're control-y and you just use it to wipe out all the creatures. You can abuse it with artifacts because it doesn't count them, and enchantments. If you just dump a whole lot of artifact mana and then balance, you'll wipe out their hand and their creatures. Certainly very powerful. Jace is okay, just a bit of a card drawing engine. It's probably one of those two. It's not a huge amount here. A lot of my red. I think I better just take the Jace. I think if we're rushing with creatures, balance is just not good for us. Oh, here we go. So this packet's between Force Spike, which is actually better than you'd think, although it's gotten worse with all the Moxes. Legionnaire, which is just a nice aggro guy, but this is one of the better Planeswalkers. I'm gonna take it. Alright. So some pretty nice card draw here. I'm looking more sort of mid-range with these sort of cards. I think Muldrift is probably slightly better. We do have a bit of black, which means we might just like table Reanimate or Necromancy or something. And yeah, it's obviously an excellent reanimation target. Yeah, let's just take the Muldrifter. Even just evoking it, it's similar in power level to Compulsive Research. Right. So Arid Mesa doesn't fetch anything. Oh, it fetches Scrubland. But Silverblade is just really good in this style of deck. Ooh. Wouldn't go on that black play, and we've got another nice fixing. How are we looking for Venser? We've got a Blade Splicer. We've got Muldrifter, Frost Titan, Student of Warfare. Pretty sweet combo there. We're kind of tied between aggro and control here. Maybe I just want to counterspell. Sure, I'll set the counterspell. So I've got one of the best removal. I think that's what I'm going to take. Some signets, but that one's on color too. No, I think we can get another mana effect. I'll just take the swords. I'm quite a big fan of this guy, just because his direct damage gets through all their blockers. And mono red's very open. This guy's gotten a lot better with all the mana effects though. I might just take him. He fits pretty well with aggro, and you can deny them mana. Yep. Nothing really for us. I'm going to take the moat because we can't beat it. Oh, so much red. I do never play mono red on principle. Although I possibly should be splashing in this draft. I'll just take the Aqueduct. For splashing red, that's not even that exciting. We don't have any artifacts to ruins. I'll just take survival because it's powerful. Oh, compulsive table. That's quite unexpected. It's probably the best blue card in the pack. Alright, let's take that. Not super happy with this deck. I prefer to be control. This is a bit too aggro for me. But we've got a bit of card advantage. The Academy's not looking great. Alright. Well, I don't very often play Windrisk, but this is a Windbrisk Kites deck. Sure, we can get Trixie. We're not playing that. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we've got 17 playables currently, so we're quite on target. Alright. Probably the best accelerator. Arguably better than Black Lotus, although it's close. Not a lot else for us in this pack. Glenlander Archmage is pretty good. I'm a big fan of Grave Titan. Well, this is actually a Ranger of Eos deck, but that's moderately likely to table. Let's take it. Alright, True Name Nemesis is quite powerful. There's not many ways to deal with it. You basically have to wrath it, or neg 1 to everything, that sort of effect. I'd like to pick up a few more counter spells in this pack. So Coalition Relic versus like Baneslayer, or yeah, let's just take the powerful accelerator. I haven't got a huge amount to accelerate too. Like a way to abuse Time Walk as well. Get it back or copy it or something. Snapcaster maybe. But we haven't got a lot else to Snapcaster. Apart from that, I like just a bit more top end to use my acceleration on. So it's alright. Wasteland is pretty sweet. There's a lot of bounce lands. I think the whole cycle of bounce lands are in the format. What do we have that's good with Resto? Got Muldrifter, Frost Titan, Splicer. It's quite a nice trick. Other option, so it's pretty good too, but it's quite vulnerable to removal. This is the kind of deck I want to be. So it's a bit boring, but alright, let's get Trixie. Okay, not a lot for us here. I consider Magro. I probably actually want some little guys to hit them with, but I'm just gonna take a removal. Alright, I'd like a Forbid. Jace the Mind Sculptor. Maybe like a Revlark or something. Something to fit up in this top end of the curve. Don't actually have that many creatures. Could Winter Orb, it's a pseudo Geddon. Honor of the Pure. Hits all but 3 of our creatures, but then again, that's not that many. I think I might play Winter Orb. I've got a few mana effects which make it better. And if they like tap out for something, I can just play that and preserve my board advantage. Right. Now we don't have anything to go. We don't have the Monolith to go infinite with that. Grand Arbiter could be alright. It's another marginal card. Actually, these are both pretty similar. Oh, this one helps us. I might take the Arbiter. It's not super exciting, but... Alright, we've got a Geddon. Expensive Geddon. Although Sorin... We have 2 black, or 3 free black. We could maybe run a swamp as well. Yeah, I'll take Sorin. Alright, Ranger tabled. I think we're going to take that. We've got a couple of cheap guys we can get with it. What's this guy do? Not super exciting. Alright, so Impulse on Manatithe. I'm quite a fan of Force Spike in the format. Again, my rate is super open. Yeah, and you can get Trixie with keeping a white open as well, because no one really expects it. Alright, just take a dorky guy. This is actually pretty powerful. You can hit Planeswalkers and... Yeah, I'm going to take that. Got our bear. Haven't counted our white creatures, but we're likely to play that in the Genesis wave. And we might actually play that too. So this deck isn't looking amazing, but we've got a bit of game. Got some nice aggro. We can lock them out a little bit with this. Or Winter Orb. I would have liked some more counter spells. So Sorin can probably replace a land. So we're looking at 16 lands. We still need to cut a few. So this was like, I think We like a 3-drop, 2-drop. Kind of got the conflict between aggro and control, but I think we're more an aggro deck. Time Walk's pretty good with the aggro. So I've got to cut 3 cards. So I don't want to cut that many creatures. Arbiter, being at the top of our curve doesn't help us as much, but hindering our opponent is pretty good. I also probably want to run this. Alright. So, just pull out the stuff I can potentially cut. I think Compulsive Research, it's a bit deadly for a aggro deck, but it's pretty powerful. So I got those 3. I can just cut some Dirtles and be more of a control deck. So I need to cut 1 more. So I'm not running Tolarian Academy with 1, 2, 3, 4 artifacts. So we got 1 more. So removal. Guess that's probably our weakest removal, but still like excellent. I think I'll leave a lot of removal in. I could cut one of the card draw. Maybe Compulsive is too slow. I'll just cut Jace. It's probably the least exciting Jace. The other option is just cut both of them and run Ancestral instead. Ancestral, I can finish my curve a lot nicer. That might be the answer. I like Compulsive though. Alright, we'll cut Jace and we'll leave that in. Now to cut 1 more. That's not very exciting, but I do kind of want a creature count for this sort of deck. I wonder if we've got too much ramp for the amount of high cost we've got. I can also think about Sorin. He's pretty close to free. I think I will run Sorin actually, which means another card to cut. Alright, let's cut the Journey. And 1 creature. Maybe the Knight. I can cut Resto maybe. Resto doesn't do a huge amount. Blinks Blade Splicer, Muldrifter and Titan. But it's also a pretty nice trick. Well, actually, Arbiter isn't amazing either. Maybe I'll just cut that. Yeah, we'll win with one of our Planeswalkers. Right, so 16 land. I think we'll be okay with Sol Ring and a couple of other artifacts. Right, Sol Ring, Windbrisk, I think, yeah. Scrubland, Watergrave. We don't want too many bounce lands, although with 16 maybe we do want one, or maybe we do want both of them actually. Yeah, I mean, having a bounce land can mess up our turn 2. It also helps fix us for our black. Maybe I'll run just that one. Right. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 blue sources, blue symbols. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17. That's blue, blue, and both. So I want slightly more white. And this is all balanced. I think 3 black will be enough for Soren. I think I'll just do it like this. Alright, I think that's good.